it came to the point where is, what do I believe about God and his promises? I decided I just needed to double down. I needed to trust him. Growing up, I don't remember not being musical. I remember singing along to the Music Man and memorizing the lyrics in like 3rd grade. And I think what got me into guitar was the Monkees. Not the Beatles, the Monkees. And it was the opening guitar riff to Last Train to Clarksville. How I ended up at Grace was John Carlson, who was the piano player at the time, and this is when Grace was on France Avenue. John invited me over, so I sat in on the service, and I met Brian, and we struck up a friendship. But they would call me on occasion, hey, can you play with us this weekend? And I said, sure. And it was good because I really needed to reconnect with God. I've been sober for a while. That's a whole nother story. I ended up going into treatment. I remember a guy said, well, how big do you want your God to be? And that stuck. Finally, I just accepted. I said, God, I need you. In 2019, on a ski trip, I was having a little difficulty swallowing. A month later, it had gotten worse, and significantly. So got back, made an appointment at Minnesota Gastroenterology, and this is March 15th. And 3 days later, they call me, and the worst 3 words you ever want to hear in your life is, you've got cancer. And that shakes your whole foundation of your world. I have always had a hard time with trust. And I think this was like the knock on the door. It's like, you really need to trust me here. I know what I'm doing. And let me do what I do best, which is take you down a path that you need to go down. Because you're going to grow from it. You're going to learn from it. One of the things I remember doing was I grabbed a copy of Psalm 23, put it on in a document, printed it out. It's still hanging on my refrigerator, and I would just read it every day. I walked by and I'd read it. And then here's a defining moment when I knew this was going to get orchestrated by God. You get a cancer care coordinator, and I was trying to meet with her, and we finally got the appointment. And she's kind of paused for a moment, and she looks up at me and she goes, and I'm still emotional about this. Did you have a brother named Tim? Now, what you don't know is my brother passed away in 1980. And I said, yeah, I did. And she goes, I graduated with him. You cannot tell me that was coincidence. I was blown away. They got me in right away. They started doing, radiation 5 days a week with chemo once a week for 6 weeks. I never stopped playing here. That was the other thing. I had to keep going. I needed to be with the Lord. I needed to be here, with people that I know and that are praying for me. I'm on the 5th round. I don't know if it's working. I have another endoscopy right after Thanksgiving. So that's when we'll know. But I do know is that your faith in Jesus is so important. I don't understand how you can go through what I've been going through and not have faith in God. He's the only thing that's gotten me through this far, and it's a question of, what do you believe? He gave me this peace about this whole thing. I mean, like I said, it's like the proverbial eye in the hurricane. There's an incredible peace that I felt, that even though I'm fighting this battle, I just, it's not my victory, it's his victory.